Excuse me.
Yes, please. Mr. R Rajah Mohaideen.
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Please take a seat.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Relaxed?
Yes.
Good. Now, please tell us something about yourself.
Sir, my name is R Rajah Mohaideen. I'm coming from Chennai, Tamil Nadu. I completed my schooling from DAV group of schools in Chennai, and post that I did my MBBS graduation from Government Kadalur Medical College, which is also in Tamil Nadu, sir. So I completed my graduation in 2022. Since then, I have been preparing for the UPSC, sir.
All right. Very good.
Since
Sir.
when? Since when
22.
you have been preparing, Raja?
Sir, since 2022, sir.
Okay, not bad. So, when President Putin visited India, there is a talk about your city and something in Russia. You know, some city in Russia. You know about it? You read?
I'm not exactly aware of which city.
Vladivostok, Chennai to Vladivostok, something like that.
Sir, I think a trade connectivity or a sea route between Vladivostok.
Anyway, read. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You are from Chennai.
Yes, sir.
And as an MBBS doctor, you will be doing you will be serving so many people who need you.
Yes, sir.
And you are competing for some service which may not require this kind of expertise.
Yes, sir.
What do you say?
Sir, I got the inspiration for IAS during my internship days, sir, when I was primarily serving during the COVID pandemic.
Mm.
So at that time, I was able to interact with the local government officials over there, sir. So, and the assistant collector of my place, Chidambaram, where my college is, he used to interact with us actively, and he used to ask the on-ground problems that the doctors are facing and the patients are also facing. And when we gave our inputs and suggestions, he took utmost care to get it done on the ground, sir. So it happened within 2 or 3 days. For example, we told that there was a deficiency of masks, the N95 masks. So then it was provided for all the healthcare professionals in my hospital.
So you are impressed by the administrative
Yes, sir.
system and machinery.
Yes, sir. And the change that can be brought in, it was really impressive for me, sir.
In whichever government comes in Tamil Nadu,
Yes, sir.
the government functions very well, especially in case of manufacturing and all.
Yes, sir.
What is the manufacturing scene of Tamil Nadu? How much is the GDP, state GDP contributes to the national GDP, and what is the manufacturing percentage
Yes.
and all?
Sir, Tamil Nadu is the second highest contributor to the national GDP. It is around 9% of the national GDP, sir.
Mm.
And as compared to the state GDP, if you look at it, 33% is being contributed to the state GDP from the industry, sir. For example, I'm hailing from Chennai. It is famously known as the Detroit of Asia, sir,
No.
because of the automobile.
Which are
industry
the
over there.
automobiles? This is the automobile hub, Detroit
Yes,
of like USA, Detroit. Which are the automobiles now? Tesla is not coming there.
Tesla is not yet come, sir.
Okay, which are them? Which are the major companies?
Sir, Ford was there. Then there is also BMW. It is also there, sir. And
In
recently,
Mahabalipuram, some.
yes, sir. There is this place called Oragadam in Chennai. So that is the major hub. So it is basically a corridor, sir, from Mahabalipuram to Oragadam.
Okay, very good. Ma'am.
It was important to mention Hyundai, which was the original, I think, which first came.
Sorry, ma'am.
The Hyundai cars were the first to establish in Chennai, right? Hyundai, the Korean cars, weren't they there?
I'm not exactly aware of which was the first one.
I was posted to Korea when Hyundai went to Chennai, so I know.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, I find from your interests and your achievements that you headed a delegation, NSS delegation to Nepal on a youth exchange program.
Yes, ma'am.
When was this?
Ma'am, this was in 2020, ma'am.
Okay, recently something happened in Nepal. Can you link the two, because you interacted with the youth there? So
Yes, ma'am.
you can probably explain it to us better. What just blew the fuse there?
Yes, ma'am. So, the recent incident that happened was the Gen Z revolution, ma'am. With respect to my views of what I had of the youth over there was that they were very good in ice breaking with us. We had an initial hesitation
No,
to.
can you explain your interactions and the Gen Z revolution? I mean, did you feel any such
Yes, ma'am. I understand.
brewing
ma'am.
there?
Yes, ma'am. I personally did not feel that there was something brewing underneath. We were mostly discussing about how they were telling us how India is contributing to most of their electricity. And that was a very proud moment for me also to know about all that. ma'am.
Did they speak
So-
about their total dependence for everything and anything under the sun on social media?
At that time, I think the social media.
Were they complaining of corruption in their political and their the
Yes, ma'am. I
leadership?
understand, ma'am.
So were these things you could read? No, you could not.
No, ma'am. It was at that point of time I did not see any.
So
kind
what do
of
you think are the reasons for this Gen Z revolt or Gen Z blow up?
Ma'am, the
And
prime.
is it only Nepal or is it some other countries too?
Okay, ma'am. So I think the primary reason for this is the inherent distress that they are continuously facing with respect to their government, ma'am. So I think that is the primary reason for this. And they also are effectively using the social media as a tool to organize themselves, ma'am. So
The fact that there is complaint on extreme corruption, coupled with the fact that they are so dependent on the social media,
yes, ma'am.
and the social media there is of course the unemployment, etc.
Yes, ma'am.
So if the social media is banned suddenly, one fine day, no social media, you can't use it. So is it an explosive situation?
Is this with respect to our country, ma'am?
Any country?
Ma'am, I think it is a very arbitrary decision to make to ban social media, ma'am, because a lot of good things are also
But
coming out of
banning social media could lead to such explosive situations.
Yes, ma'am, it could, ma'am.
But people are also talking of foreign hand.
Yes, ma'am.
So how far that would be accurate? Like in Bangladesh too, in Sri
Yes, ma'am.
Lanka probably. You're closer home.
Yes, ma'am. I'm not well aware of how much the foreign hand would have played, but the inherent corruption was
It
very
is not the
high.
question of what you feel,
Yes, ma'am.
basically what you have read and what you conclude from there.
Ma'am, I
It's
can't.
not your personal opinion I'm looking at.
Okay,
You
ma'am.
have to
Yes,
read
ma'am.
few things
Yes, ma'am.
and conclude from it. Anyway, I'll give it to the next person.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Raja,
Yes, sir.
you are from Tamil Nadu.
Yes, sir.
Which language and literature are more ancient, Tamil or Sanskrit?
Sir, there is no conclusive evidence to which language is the older one, sir. For example, if you take the Tamil language, the one that we are speaking right now in Tamil Nadu, it is a derivant of the Proto-Tamil, which can be considered as a originator language for all the 4 Dravidian languages, which is Malayalam, Tamil. So with respect to that, we cannot say that the current spoken Tamil is much older than the Sanskrit. So I feel that compared to the current Tamil that is being spoken, the Sanskrit will be much ancient than that one, sir.
Okay. In Sanskrit, there is a classic scripture on yoga by Patanjali called Yoga Sutra.
Okay, sir.
Is there some corresponding scripture in Tamil also by Patanjali, like sage of the ancient times? Can you recall that?
Sir, I'm not able to.
Okay. Tirumantiram,
Tirumandiram, yes, sir. I think Agathir.
and by whom?
Agasthyar Munivar, I think. So.
By Tirumular.
Tirum.
Okay.
I'll look into it.
And who were the Siddhas actually? The Siddhas. Any idea?
Siddharth, with respect to Tamil Nadu,
Okay, you tell us something about sage Agastya then. Since you named him,
yes, sir.
you tell us something about Agastya.
Yes, sir. So there is this mythological story that Agasthyar, the sage Agasthyar, was the person who was carrying the 2 hills, sir. And then he suddenly felt that one hill was heavy.
Was he originally from the north or from Tamil Nadu, southern peninsula?
I'm not exactly aware from
Yeah,
which
so you
place
carry
it is.
on, whatever you know of him.
Yes, sir. So there is this story that he was carrying 2 mountains and coming, and then suddenly he felt that one mountain was a bit heavy. So when he laid it down and he saw that the Hindu god Kartikeya was on top of it, sir, and that came to be known as the Palani mountain, sir, which is one of the 6 sacred hills that are dedicated to Lord Muruga or Kartikeya in Tamil Nadu, sir. So with regards to that, I am aware of Agastya sage. Yes, sir.
Okay. Like Ayurveda
Mhm.
developed out of Sanskrit scriptures, what is the ancient medical system, therapeutic system practiced in the Tamil Nadu region?
Sir, it would be the Siddha medicine, sir.
Yeah.
And there are also medical colleges dedicated to Siddha in Tamil Nadu, sir.
Okay. What does really differentiate between Ayurveda and Siddha systems of medicine?
Sir, yes, sir. One of my friends was a Siddha doctor. While interacting with him, he mentioned to me that they read the sages' scriptures. So I think that would be the major difference between Ayurveda and Siddha. Apart from that, I'm not exactly sure what is the difference.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Raja,
Yes, sir.
a patient comes to you with cervical lymphadenopathy.
Okay, sir.
What would be your first suspicion?
Sir, my first suspicion would be that it is caused by some sort of infection. So I would be ordering the blood tests, CBC and WBC, sir.
No, clinically, what will you do? As part of your clinical assessment, what are
Yes,
you going
sir.
to do?
Sir, there will be the physical examination of the patient, sir,
Mhm.
where I would be seeing the size of the swelling
Mhm.
and the content of the swelling also, sir, whether it is mobile or non-mobile.
Mhm.
And if it is a mobile one, we can feel the lymph nodes actually, if it is a lymphadenopathy. So we can feel the granular mass over there, sir. So I think that would be the local examination of that swelling.
Would you check if it is painful or painless?
Yes, sir, I would.
Does that help the diagnosis?
Yes, sir, it would, sir, because a painless swelling can most likely be a lipoma, which is just a fat swelling, sir. So,
Fair enough. Since you take a keen interest in music,
yes,
I
sir.
have a very different question for you though. Why is it that songs these days are like maybe 2 minutes long, 3 minutes long? You don't find particularly lengthy songs today
Yes,
these
sir.
days. What's the reason?
I think the primary reason for this is the very basis of why songs are being composed in India, sir. So previously songs were being composed, like mostly they are being composed for film music. So previously, let's take Bollywood or even Collywood, there used to be song sequences. So there are long 5-minute songs are being composed, sir. But in recent times, the movies are also evolving, wherein the song sequences are reducing. So that can be seen as a primary reason for the song length decreasing, sir. And another reason would also be the generalized influence of the Western music, sir, where the tracks generally are just 2 minutes or 2 minutes 30 seconds in length. So I think that influence is also being seen.
Have
in
they
the
historically
reduction in
been
length.
2 minutes or 3 minutes? Or is it a recent phenomenon
In
even
the-
in the Western music industry?
It again depends on what type of Western music, sir. If it is a classical piece by Beethoven or Bach, meant for the orchestra, then it will be a pretty long one. But any songs that are being played by the bands, they would be a bit smaller, sir,
Fair
with
enough.
just a hook line.
If I make a remark, so to say, that hip hop or rap is actually, it's not music, it's actually decadence of music. Would you agree?
Sir, I would politely disagree with you on that fact, sir, because I think even though I'm primarily a Carnatic musician, I do feel that hip hop itself is a sense of expression, and there is also a form of hip hop in Chennai called as Ghana music, sir. So that also talks about the plight of the slum people in Chennai. So in a sense, it is expressing someone's concerns or it is bringing out a message. So in that sense, I would consider it a type of music.
Fair enough.
All right. Continuing with music.
Yes, sir.
Long back, I heard a few pieces from a film called Sadma,
Okay, sir.
right? It was a Hindi remake of something.
Moonram Pirai.
Moonram
Yes,
Pirai.
yes.
Yeah, Moonram Pirai.
yeah.
Thank you. I couldn't readily recall. And I was amazed by the composition, the overtures in the middle and so on. I said, yeah, here is a person I have not heard. Naturally, for Hindi film audiences,
Yes, sir.
it was difficult to get that music unless it's remade in. Now, if I am a person who has never heard of Ilaiyaraaja,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to tell me that this is why you should hear him, what would you say?
Sir, Ilaiyaraaja sir, I personally feel that the way he uses Carnatic music in his Carnatic ragas in his songs are wonderful, sir. Like he uses the Riti Gaule raga also, which is one of my most favorite ragas. He has used it in various pieces.
Mhm.
So even a person who is not trained in Carnatic music, they would fall in love with these kind of songs, sir. So the inherent classical base that is there in his compositions, I think that makes a person much interested in Ilaiyaraaja.
Okay, 1, 2. You are in a way selling me
Yes, sir.
Mr.
Yes, sir.
Ilaiyaraaja's music. So
Yes, sir.
how else? What else would you tell me about it?
And the amount of instruments that he uses and the live recording of instruments that he's using, sir. An unfortunate thing that is happening now is the digitization of music, which in a sense has reduced the actual players who play music, sir. So he famously has at least 10 violinists, 5 guitarists, and he uses all these live instruments recording, sir. So that is also very pleasing to the ear, and that is
He still uses?
Yes, sir. He still does use it. He still uses it, sir. There are recent examples of his movies also in which he has used. Like there was a Tamil movie called Psycho. In that, he was the music director and
Okay.
he has used it, sir.
One very different thing. I even gave you the hint. The overtures between the stanzas.
Yes, sir.
They are among the longest I have heard
Yes, sir.
of any other
Yes, sir.
music director. Okay, moving on. As a doctor, we have this nice AQI. Nobody can beat us, right? In Delhi. You
Yes, sir.
people from Chennai, you can try, but you can't beat us in AQI. That high score. So tell me, 20, 30 years later, if hopefully Delhi will come out of that problem with some technological solution, what happens to the human body if exposed to these levels of pollution over a protracted time? The most obvious answer, breathlessness, all that. Wo chhod do, we all know. What else?
Sir, the organ, lungs itself will get affected. Permanent damage will be done, sir.
हो गया.
The alveoli will be
Lungs I have already, alveoli, वो ठीक है.
sir.
Breathlessness, allergies, yeah. What else?
Sir, apart from that, we are not looking at the mental health of the people in Delhi also, sir. I think that also over a period of time will get affected.
People will become irritable. All right.
Yes, sir. So that is a very
Next.
this thing, sir. And people are not able to exercise, is what I found in Delhi. They are not able to go for morning walks because of the fear of pollution, sir, and the smogs. So that can exacerbate
Okay,
the
all right.
non-communicable diseases.
All right. People will become physically lethargic and
Yes, sir. And the general lifespan of people might come down.
there are two things which you have not mentioned. As a doctor, you should.
Okay, sir.
What happens to the human skin? To cancer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Carcinogenic.
Okay, carcinogenic substances are constantly being inhaled.
Yes, sir. Exactly, sir.
These two. All right, end of your interview.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
You are a real delight at the end of the day. It was really enjoyable to have interviewed you. I mean, I'm sure my colleagues will also agree with me. Wonderful job. The best part is that you are completely effortless.
Okay.
You are what you are.
Yes, sir.
And that, a couple of questions, if you don't know the answer to, perfectly good.
Okay, sir.
Just toss them aside.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Just a couple of things. If you have to, in one question, you just paused and started thinking.
Yes, sir.
The courtesy, the courteous way of going about it is, say if you permit me, I take a few seconds.
Yes, sir. I will.
Okay, just do that.
Yes.
Otherwise, I don't see anything else worth remarking at this stage. When is your interview?
It's not in the first phase. So the dates have not.
We have
yet
lots
come.
of time. We
Yes,
have
sir.
not touched upon current affairs much,
Yes, sir.
international affairs much.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we have been mostly South India based,
Yes.
whether your music or your
Yes, sir.
place and so on. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So
I'll look into that
Please
one.
brush up, and all the very best.
Thank you so much.
Very delightful. Very, very, very nice.
Thank you so much.
Especially your Carnatic music.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
But Vladivostok is important.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Because Chennai is new. I'll
Chennai,
look into it.
Vladivostok,
Anything.
maritime route
Yes, sir.
producing.
Yes, sir. I'll look into
It's a
it.
great thing.
Okay.
Okay. All the best.
Thank you.
Which also includes some movies like Chennai to China and stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I'll
Very
look
good.
into it. Thank
All
you.
the
sir.
best.
Thank you.
All the
Thank you,
best.
sir. Thank you.
Carry on.